Well, here we are, right back at it, doing the same thing that we've been doing for months now. Once again, a district court judge has taken it into her tiny little hands to decide I'm going to rule the world. I couldn't become president. I couldn't become a senator. I couldn't be more than I am. So I'm going to rule the world and make decisions that affect the entire country because I wear a little black robe and I have a gavel. Well, we're not having it anymore. We're done with this shit. Now, what am I talking about? This has been the news headline for months now. District court judges do this, this, and this. TRO, injunction. We've all heard the words. We all know them. We basically rock our babies to bed to those words now. Well, Judge Indira Talwani, who was appointed by President Barack Obama in 2014 and sits on the U.S. District Court in Massachusetts, has decided that the One Big Beautiful Bill voted on by both houses of Congress, signed by the president, is unconstitutional, or at least a provision of the One Beautiful Bill. And that provision is Section 71113, the federal payments to prohibited entities. Now, this is the provision that's going to basically defund Planned Parenthood. So what happened? Well, in the middle of the night today, July 7th, 2025, Planned Parenthood Federation of America, Planned Parenthood League of Massachusetts, and Planned Parenthood Association of Utah, why is it always Utah, filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court of the District of Massachusetts against the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and its secretary, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services and its administrator, challenging the defund provision in the One Big Beautiful Bill, claiming that the actions, that the passing of this bill, including that provision, violated Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution, the First and Fifth Amendments, and wanted declaratory relief under the Declaratory Judgment Act. This is how outside of their minds the I want to kill my babies crowd are. In their complaint to the court, they have a huge list of basically paragraphs of explaining all of the stuff that they provide to the community that isn't abortion. Because obviously they do other things. They talk about how they provide birth control, STI testing, treatment, preventative things like cancer screenings. But the problem is that the majority of what they do is abortion. And even then, and then we break down their abortion numbers and the amount of abortions that they do that are not for just because they feel like it is such a small amount that it almost doesn't even need to be considered. The other thing is that the abortions is the reason that they have been continually funded by the federal government. Democrats love Planned Parenthood because they love killing babies. And here's the deal. There have been several pushes over the last, probably about a decade, to have the nationwide underfunded health care thing that Planned Parenthood claims to be put on anyone else as long as they don't do abortions. There are several Christian organizations out there that will do everything Planned Parenthood says they do, with the exception of abortions. They'll even provide the condoms. But Democrats don't want them funded. They want Planned Parenthood funded because they are obsessed with killing babies. They're obsessed with giving mothers the ability to kill their babies. That's what they care about. And I find it really interesting that this is coming up just after the Supreme Court already ruled and then had to clarify their ruling that nationwide injunctions that cover all parties who are not members to the lawsuit are against the Judicial Act of 1798 or whatever it was. They have painted this lawsuit with a brush saying that this is all about men hating women or Christians not wanting this to be able to be done, and it isn't. It is about the federal government subsidizing the murder of children. If I push a pregnant woman down and kill her, and her baby that's in her stomach dies as well, I go to jail for 2 murders. So it's either a baby or it isn't. You don't get to have it both ways. Maybe if you're not ready to have a baby, you should keep your legs closed. Just an idea. Their biggest argument in this is the possibility that their clinics could close and not be able to help that mother that might have breast cancer or something. You know what? Good. Because that mother can go to the other clinics that don't provide abortion care. There we go. That'll work. I'll be happy to give some of my tax dollars to that clinic so that she can get her cancer screening. This is all going to boil down to abortion. And this court has already ruled on that issue. So we'll see how that goes. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see y'all next time.